Hello, my name is Andrew and I'm going to introduce you to some bends and hitches that I use on board ships. The first one is called the reef knot. The reef knot is to tie two equal ropes of equal thickness, like so. Lay one top on the other and give it a twist. Take the opposite end and fold it over and give it a twist, and that is a reef knot. Okay. The second one I'm going to show you is called an overhand knot. An overhand knot is used primarily as a stopper knot. This stops the rope from unraveling, but also can be used in sailing. So there we are, it's just an overhand knot. I'll just show you again. Grab the rope, make a little loop, over, twist, pull through, an overhand knot. The next one I'm going to show you is called a clove hitch. Now the clove hitch is used to tie up to a ladder or to a ring on a jetty. So I shall show you first like this. It goes over once, goes over twice, and then the working end goes through the end like this and makes a nice little diagonal with two parallels of rope. So from your side you couldn't see that very well, so I shall show you again. So it goes over like so, okay, crosses over, alright, and then I got to work it around because I can't see what I'm doing, and then folds over like so. Alright, and that is the clove hitch. The next one I'm going to show you is a round turn and two half hitches. It doesn't matter whether it goes to the right or to the left, the result is just the same. Wrapping it around completely makes the round turn. Now we need to secure it. I tie a half hitch like so, making sure I've got plenty of working rope to secure it, and then a final hitch, and that is a round turn and two half hitches. Okay. The next one I'm going to show you is called a fisherman's bend. You still do a round turn, but you make a little bit of room in the round turn. You then fold the working end through the whole of that round turn, pulling tight, and then securing with another half hitch. Okay, and that's a fisherman's bend, and this can be used to tie a fishing hook or even an anchor because it's very, very strong. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is what's called a bowline. Now a bowline is used to make a temporary eye. Okay, so this is the old-fashioned method. Back of the hand, make a little loop, get the working end, come through, around the tree and back down the rabbit hole, make the bend, there's the half hitch, and pull, and there you are, there is a temporary eye. This is also used for a rescue line, so if someone was in the water they could place that around themselves, tie this, and they could be pulled back up the cliff face or over the side of the boat. Now then, when you get very good, you can, what I do on board is that I got to tie this very quickly. So the quick method is over, flick, make my loop, finish off, and there's the bowline. I'll explain this to you a little bit more in detail when I see you. But all I want you to do for this one is do the old-fashioned method, back of the hand, doesn't matter whether you're left or right-handed, flick over, working hand, up through, around, back down, and look at the symmetry. Look at the symmetry of what I'm doing. I'm forming a loop and a half hitch. Pull tight, very secure. Going back to the clove hitch, if you want to tie a clove hitch rather than tying it, if you've got an open end, do one, okay, do one, do two, there's your Mickey Mouse ears, slide them across, put that through, and that ties the clove hitch. Again, I will show you that in a little bit more detail at school. Right, the next one to move on to is called the timber hitch. Now the timber hitch is used for what we call spars. Alright, what we do, we've got to get lots of rope, okay, and we have got to tie the beginning, okay, and then we just wrap the rest all the way around. Oops, it's a bit fiddly, like so, okay, and all I do now is pull tight, and that will drag a log, okay, this will pull tight, and that will drag a log the ground. As you can see, it's gripping now. It's a bit slippery, but it's gripping. Again, I will show you in detail in the classroom. Okay, so the next one is called a rolling hitch. Again, you can drag a rope, a log, so start it, and this is going to be pulled to the right, which is in that direction. I start it in the opposite direction by going once, twice, and very importantly, I tie it off this side, okay, making it nice and tight. And my direction of pull is there. Just making sure that's nice and tight. And there we are. I'm putting a lot of effort there. And that's to the right. So, a rolling hitch to the left. Okay, so that's my direction of pull. Okay, I need to now go over, no, the opposite side now. I need to go that way, once, twice, and finish off like so, and now I can pull to the left, and that's a rolling hitch. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is what's called a sheep shank. Now a sheep shank is to tie two pieces of rope, no, it's to shorten a piece of rope. So what you've got to do is lay it like that, one loop there, one loop there, and tie yourself a half hitch on that side, So it comes through and secures. This one does exactly the same. Okay, you can fold it through like that if you want, and now pull. And as you pull, it creates tension. Okay, and this is to shorten a rope without cutting it. Okay, right then, I'm going to make a temporary eye, and I'm going to do a sheet bend. Now, a sheet bend's used a lot in sailing, so I'll do the quick method. Of tying a bowline. No, a little bit bigger than that. It's about that. Okay, now then, there's my eye. Okay, comes up through, around, and because it's a single, that ties the temporary eye and the other part of the rope. If I want to do a double, I get a little bit more slack. First one and the second one, and that is a double sheet bend. Okay, that's a double sheet bend. Also, we need to understand what the parts of the rope are called. So anything that is going to be worked around the object, this is called the working part. This is called a bite, or a loop, or a bend. Okay, and a hitch is just purely the method of securing the rope. So if I wanted to tie a series of hitches, okay, all I need to do is just loop it, and again, over. All these are called hitches, and as you can see, they're all nicely tied in line. Okay, now another useful knot that you may come across is called the cow's hitch. And the cow's hitch goes like this. Okay, comes over, comes back through. All right, and it's just used to fasten against a rail or a pole that you want to tie to. Okay, and that's what it looks like. In the UK we call that a lark's foot, but it is a cow's hitch, and it's used as a stopper knot sometimes for advanced purposes, like chains on an anchor. Okay, and the next one I'm going to show you is the figure of eight. The figure of eight knot is just purely put in the rope to make an 8. So there's the top, there's the bottom, and all you're doing is just putting one through the other and making an 8, like so. Alright? And the last one is a rescue line. It looks very much like a bowline, a single one, but this is doubled. Alright, I'm doing the same principle. I'm coming up through, but instead of going around and down, I'm grabbing that bite pulling it over through these two, right? Now sorting out the ropes, okay? I'm now creating 2 loops, and this, you could rescue someone. They can put their arms through around their shoulders and they can be pulled up. And that is the end of the lesson for basic bends and hitches. And I hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon.